and it was moved to the parliament. It was at the edge of getting it executed. But I will tell you, if they don't do it, what would happen? The same thing that happened, because when the CEB makes losses, they will get fuel on debt from the Petroleum Corporation. Now your CEB loss being parked at CPC. And when that happens, CPC sells jet fuel to Sri Lankan Airlines at a premium price. So then the Sri Lankan Airlines starts making losses, or it's already loss making. Your losses will escalate, and then all these three institutes will go to the two state banks. That's exactly what happened. That's the People's Bank and the BOC. And now the balance sheet of the People's Bank and Bank of Ceylon will be in trouble. Now the losses of one because of the CEB, now it has gone for all five other entities. And then what the previous government did, they allocated 450 billion to rescue these two banks. Now 450 billion is about 2 times of Astasuma budget allocation. So if they don't do it, the same thing will happen. Other option is, as you can see, they have to increase the electricity prices. But what would happen when you will increase the electricity prices? All the industries will come and say, look, how are we going to survive at these electricity prices? And it's already regionally, which is quite high. So by not doing it, you are doing a greater harm for industries, for everybody, because ultimately this will pass. You can see the next 2 budget cycles. At one point, because it's politically not favorable, when electricity prices going up, then it will come to inflation, because in the central bank inflation calculation, electricity has a higher weightage. Then the inflation, you see, it's picking up. It's politically not favorable. Then what they would do, they will say, okay, we'll even sell the electricity lesser than the cost of production. Then you are going to the same problem, and that's why even the IMF is quite concerned. They wanted to, I think, their mandate is very clear. You cannot sell electricity below the cost of production. Why? Because they know these losses will go across all the other institutes, and that's the end of the game. That's simply the end of the game, because then you start printing money. Now it's you cannot do it under the new Central Bank Act, but you have still options, or else you are adding pressure on your side, I mean on the government side, either to change the Central Bank Act and looking at alternative options. So you are making a miserable situation on your own.